Sorry, I was running like 2 hours of sleep, so I had to sleep a little bit more. I did finish the 2 patch notes video. I didn't get to release before I fell asleep. I was waiting on them to upload, but I will release them. I'll probably release one after this. We'll release them both after the stream.
Bald is a poor alternative.
No one fights alone in the mist.
It takes so long to activate. I think I'm gonna try Absolute Focus. Man, don't want Kazakhs. And it's kind of annoying with Senna that he can, Bard can pin you for standing up too close to the minion, so we've got to be careful with that, because if you're playing Senna properly, you need to be, like, standing up fairly close, trying to get those auto attacks in. Hey, what's up, Blue Badger? Yeah. Barrier. Well, there goes that, I guess. I'm gonna wait a second just in case there was a troll on the enemy team. Yeah, so like, the thing about exhaust is it depends on the matchup and what's going on, but a lot of times if you're like a long range champion like Senna, you're not going to be close enough to exhaust a lot of threats before they've already front loaded most of the damage on you. So for example, something like Malphite, you know, by the time you exhaust him, you're already going to be probably pretty much blown up. If somebody front loads a lot of damage on you before you can probably even press a keystone, or before you can press your summoner, then exhaust loses a lot of value, but barrier almost always still has value even if you're late. Barrier also scales with plus healing and shielding, and exhaust doesn't. So for example, if I had like 1,000 health and Malphite, you know, combos me, because obviously his ult, unless I ult him, or unless I exhaust him while he's mid-air about to hit me with his ult, then he's going to do a lot of that damage. So if he does like 800 damage to me before I even get exhaust off, and then I exhaust him when I only have 200 health left, it's not really going to have as much value because I've already lost, you know, 800 health, right? But if I throw out barrier, barrier is always going to have the same value no matter what. As long as I'm still taking damage. Damn it, I didn't hover Senna.
Ball is a poor alternative.
I guess they banned it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Hey Jose, yeah, I did like a 2-part series. It's like 2-hour video on the patch notes that I'm gonna release later on. Probably like pretty soon after the stream, either soon after the stream or tomorrow morning. So I'll go over a couple of the details here in just a second, but you want to make sure that you're staying tuned. I'm gonna try Nami out and see how Nami feels. I haven't tried Nami in a while. I know that a couple other supports that I keep up with, I've been trying her out a lot lately. Hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah, the bike matchup's not great. Yeah, you can bubble up when he's winding up with his spear. Yeah. Season 7, even Season 8. I mean, the thing is, this last season felt rough. At the same time, it's one of the only seasons I've ever hit Diamond during the season. So I think that part of the season was okay. I just think that it went off the rails in the back half. Either that or I went off the rails in the back half. Because we did hold Diamond for 2 months, which is also one of the longest times I've ever held Diamond, the few times that I've gotten it. So like between season, the preseason to season 9, I got it like twice, and then I got it again in May. So that's like one of the most, and I feel like the meta was fairly balanced, like,
30 seconds
for the first half of the season. At least like in the middle there, I think there was a time when most of the roles felt pretty good. But let me circle back to Jose's question. So the general gist of things that
Minions have spawned.
from the patch notes are, I think that tank supports are definitely going to be significantly weaker for a few reasons. Number one, I think the support item changes really hurt tank supports a lot because they're not going to get the sustain that a lot of them really need, because they don't get any sustain off of relic shield procs. They don't get the health regen anymore off of Targons. And a lot of these tanks, you know, thinking like Leona and Nautilus, they don't have any sustain, and there's nothing in their build that allows them to get an early rejuve bead. You know, a lot of times they're going to be going for, I mean, maybe they start going for, Maybe they start going for something like Righteous Glory or something. I don't know. Does Righteous Glory even have sustain on it anymore? I think it no, because it... Oh, does it? I can't remember if it does. It's got Glacial Augment, but I can't remember the health component, like the full health component that it has. But anyway, so I think that's going to be part of it. It's going to be rough. And the nerf to Aftershock is really going to hurt the supports a lot. Wait, did he just heal that? Bro! That's annoying. They're not nerfing tank items per se. They're nerfing the support items. The support items all around are getting nerfed. I mean, dude wasn't there. You don't play it out just for fun at the end of the season. Like, it still costs you rank if you lose. No, you are thinking of Aeon Crystal. That is an actual thing, but it doesn't. That's not what it builds out of. It may have at some point, but that's not. Let me see. It's the thing that. The one that gives the health regen is the thing that Redemption builds out of. So it could either be that, or it could be something like... It wouldn't be Kindle Gem. It probably is the thing. That's Crystalline Barrier. There you go. So that does have some regen on it. So they might start just rushing Righteous Glory then. Even though that's expensive, because that will at least allow them to get a reju beat early. I'm serious, like some of those champs with no regen early off of like Relic Shield would have a really hard time. And this item like is still like good, you know, on things like Leona and Nautilus, like it's still pretty good. So, yeah, that's gonna hurt them. And then Aftershock does a lot less damage early on, and it also I'm just gonna keep banning bullets.
Ball is a poor alternative.
And it has a lot less upfront resistances, so it's losing something like at least 30 resistances early on. It does still scale, so like big tanks, like I think the threshold was once you get 100 bonus, a combined 100 bonus armor and magic resist, then it's better. But before you get, and that doesn't include your base armor and your base magic resist, it's straight up what you have spent gold purchasing. So like big tanks that are going to be top lane and jungle can afford, and they'll still take Aftershock, and that'll be okay. When you need those early trades, the level 2, the level 3 all in, you're going to be a lot squishier.
No one fights alone in the mist.
So I think those two are a pretty big deal. Now, I do think that tanks overall are going to be pretty good. And if you have tanks in other roles, then you don't need the support tank as much. That actually helps Enchanters out a lot, because Enchanters scale way better if tanks are prominent in other roles, because of the way that plus healing and shielding scales multiplicatively with armor and magic resist. So like for example, you know, if somebody has 200 armor or something like that, and you give them a 100 shield in your Janna or something like that, then it's going to take 300 physical damage to cut through that 100 shield. What are we... Malphite or something? Or Elise? Support? Well, they're also nerfing Conqueror. By a fairly significant amount. It doesn't do the true damage anymore. Very few people take Gathering Storm these days because games are over so quickly. Airy is... Well, I guess it's not a question of Airy or Gathering Storm. I think, like, Scorch is just so easy to proc with your Q. Yes, the bonus armor, yeah, champions that do have bonus armor like that built into their skills will count a lot more. Yeah, the banner got ripped. Hey, what's up, Gray Graves? I mean, I wouldn't rush Shirelias. I don't think, like, the new Shirelias, I mean, I looked at it. If you get value out of the health, it is like 100 and, I think, 12% efficient or something. So, it's not terrible. I just feel like Soraka would be one champion that, you know, the champion most likely to use it. But I just can't see a world where you would want Shirelias on a champion over, like, Athene's first item, or Redemption, or Ardent Censor. I think the support items are definitely a nerf in the early game and in the mid game. You're not going to be able to pay money to get the 4th ward, which isn't going to matter as much in solo queue, but it's going to matter a lot in like pro and challenger level play. And they do not come with their base stuff. So like I just mentioned, Relic Shield doesn't work. It doesn't give the healing, but then Spell Thieves also doesn't give the on-hit damage. Notably about Relic Shield too, and this is another thing that I mentioned in the video that like really nerfs it hard for those tank champions, is that it's always 45 seconds on the recharge of Relic. This is a massive nerf because Targon's takes it down to 30 seconds on your charge. So your gold generation is effectively going to be 30% slower
but I'll never be the same.
with that item. Sort of. I mean, if you're sitting on a lot of charges, like after you back or something, it'll probably, you're not going to be losing as much. But if you're sitting there in lane trying to charge it up, you're going to be losing a lot of uptime. So you have to get every single cannon. Like, you cannot ever miss a cannon with that. Oh, cool. Hey, thanks, Finn. Yeah, I mean, it's really bad. So I would try to take Spell Thieves on almost anyone. That is not a good trade when he got his thing there, so I should have chilled on that. I wasn't counting his shots. I wasn't looking at his counter, I guess. Alright, at least it's top side, so I'm just not even going to upgrade my E yet. I'll just wait till next level. Shouldn't have a Q? Come on, man. I'm trolling. I do think it's still going to be a Fiesta bot. We'll see. I mean, the dragon thing, everyone's probably going to still keep camping bot. Hit him with a Q. Nice, there we go. Got him that time.
Boom.
I should have shot that off to Caitlyn, I think.
Boom.
I think Caitlyn's going to be a lot stronger with the Kerchai shard change. And just the Storm Razor in general. I think that, like, Storm Razor Rapid Fire on Caitlyn could be extremely strong. Yeah, I mean, it's all a nerf on the support item. Like, it's a nerf early, but it's great later. That's another thing I was trying to get to. Sorry, I'm trying to explain as much as I can. It's like a 2-hour video. It's split up into 2 1-hour segments, so be sure to watch it whenever I release it. But, yeah, let me go ahead and get
Mist is not my enemy.
Ionian boots here, so that I get full value, because I've still got both summoners up, so if I use them, get good value out of that. Rank's in a weird limbo right now. It says that the normal season is like completed, so it's basically preseason right now, but the patch hasn't come out. So I'm not sure why they did it that way. I guess maybe they're trying to give out the rewards, and they need like 1 day for it to process or something.
Be free. It's always dark on the horizon if you only look up during storms.
Jungle and sup. Yeah, maybe. But anyways, like the the extra gold that you get off of not having to buy the support item is pretty strong throughout the game. You know, they market it as like 1,400 gold that you save, but realistically, most people don't upgrade their support item unless it's the Targons below, you know, at Diamond and below. People don't upgrade that item in a lot of games.
I forgive.
At least it's there. Yeah, Caitlyn Senna is pretty gross. I should have put wards down over here before I back. Kind of got a little bit too much of a hurry there to back. I need to really get better about wards. I've noticed that my warding has dropped off a lot recently, so I need to make sure that I'm getting way more wards. Yeah, you can Q turrets. Whoa, 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 bro, there's no minions there. It's lit, bruh.
Turret plating will fall soon. An enemy has been slain.
The past is a wave. Keeps returning.
Yeah, but you don't, you don't get that 80. Like, getting the 1500, I don't know, Senna does trigger it really easily because she can auto-attack a lot. But yeah, you're probably not going to get those things maxed out until like 25 minutes or something, like at the earliest. Yeah, I mean, the later in the game, it will be really good because the completed item does give you a lot more stats, which is nice. Conolingus Ras. I was watching an old Chappelle show. Clayton Bigsby, the black-white supremacist, was hilarious. I never knew that was his first skit, too. Mister? Oh, God. I don't know why we're diving.
Headshot.
I don't mean this guy back up. We gotta back up. After that tomfoolery. I think Senna's actually pretty good if you practice her. She's better than I thought she was, for sure. It just takes a little bit, like, to get used to her. We gotta wait on Caitlyn. She's our strongest person. I don't know if she's overpowered. I think overpowered might be a bit of a strong explanation. I think she's really hard to play. Her laning phase is really, really good. Her team fighting, like, I don't know, like, you have to be careful with her positioning. I know one person on the channel believed you, Divine PK. He was all over the Senna early on. At least they are giving Senna or supports quite a bit of love with the new champs. Like a lot of the new champs are supports. Up. Trillius might be alright on Senna too, as like a
Enemy has
third
been
item
slain.
after you already have your other stuff.
Everything that's happened, I just want it to matter.
Enemy.
The screams of the wraiths are so loud, I can't hear them. I've seen too much of this, but I won't close my eyes.
The wind wall blocked it. Nah, that's pretty troll. Alright. I didn't realize wind wall blocked it. It does not. It looks like my auto attack still went through though. Is my auto like not a projectile? I guess. I don't know how that works. Are you fucking kidding me? I guess I should have redemption. I thought I got away. I was greedy, but he like ults, flashes, Qs over a wall. He's like, ah, I still got you from like 3,000 units away.
An enemy.
Get him out of range. For redemption.
Life won't let me go.
I should have just redemption. I underestimated how far he was going to be able to go with that.
Shut down. Has been slain.
Part of me keeps wondering when I'll run into the lantern's walls.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Lee, I forgot to add you. I know you've emailed me on a couple of different mediums about some ideas that you have. Or you sent me stuff. Just email me at the Strategy Professor. I gotta figure out how to, I don't know how to enable, because I thought people have DM'd me, or friended me or something, on the Discord. I don't really use Discord that much. Dude, like, they're all right there, man.
Shut down.
If something
Look at the
wasn't
map.
trying to kill me, it would have me worried.
Like, they can't contest. I'm pretty sure.
Those trapped in darkness need light the most.
Your team has destroyed Senna.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just... Oh, those minions might be able to save them. Yeah, they decided to goof around with us in the jungle though instead of save their base, so that was ambitious going over there. I didn't realize Jen was there. I thought Jen had already left. But either way, we didn't need to do any of that. We could have just gotten Baron for free. We could have just waited near the Baron. Either they let the base burn or they come stop Baron. Season 9 ended last night. It's odd. So Season 9 ended last night, but the new so technically this is the preseason, but the preseason patch, like with all the new stuff, doesn't happen until tomorrow. At least in North America. So it's kind of awkward. That was a good Caitlyn. That was our 1 in 10. Good ADC. Oh, that sucks, Crispy. Yeah, right on the cutoff, man. Yeah, they cut it off. I guess probably last, or maybe this morning at 3 a.m. It's alright, man. You'll get there this season. Hey, they update your border. I think it's semi-annually now. So you don't have to wait the whole season to, like, get a new border and all that stuff. I think that they do it. Because I had the diamond border in the back half of the season and the emote. I guess the border updates with what you have now, but your armor might change. I don't know. I don't even keep up with it, honestly. But you can still get there, like, in the preseason. The thing is, like, the preseason ranked is still ranked. Like, it's literally the exact same thing. It's just you don't get, you know, a proper reward for it. But your MMR is building up. It influences where you're going to get placed. So, and, you know, a lot of people say, oh, it doesn't matter because it's, you know, it's not for the, like, rewards. It's like, yeah, but, you know, by that token, no game matters except for, like, the last day of games on any given season because that's, you know, when the rewards are going to matter. It all, like, builds towards that, though.
Ball is a poor alternative.
Hey, what's up, Victus? That's how I see it anyways. I think that every game matters, even in the preseason. Because if you get to diamond in the preseason, or like even if you get to high plat, Crispy, when you get reset at the start of the next season, you'll be much higher. Like if you never played a game in the preseason ever and stopped at gold 1 and get placed in the preseason, you might end up like silver 1. But if you move up a little bit, get to like platinum 3 or something, then you might get placed gold 3 instead of in the silver. So it does affect where you get. I mean, solo queue is ranked. I mean, it just didn't matter for me. Like, we just weren't really ever in a position to go hard near the end of the season, which is unfortunate because that is a really, it's a good time to get a lot of viewers at the end of the season if you are pushing for one of those final rewards. But I'm gonna try Nami again. We didn't get to try her before as much, but like I said, I know that Nasty had been playing Nami a little bit, and then Nami still has a pretty good win rate, I think. So you're definitely gonna want to try to get priority if you can this preseason, because stacking those early dragons is really important. I was sorry to hear that, Crispy. Borders are always real, or they have been the entire season real time, I think. Mental boom and flame people, that happens. We ended up in P4 Lee. So yeah, one of my lowest finishes. Highest and lowest season pretty much ever. Is kind of a roller coaster. Oh Jesus, we've got I'm gonna have to take heal then. She's gonna take TP. Wait, do we have the Morgue jungle? And I didn't dodge, or is that their team? Why didn't I see that? No! Damn it, I was spinning. I mean, this is part of it, is I enjoy talking in the chat and hanging out with the chat so much. That I miss stuff like that. I should have dodged this game. If we have Teemo and a Morgue jungle, that's a big problem. And like teleport Ashe. Nah, probably not gonna get a haircut for a while. I'm sure, yeah. Definitely a challenger Smurf. Who's that? I don't know if he still comes around ever. Well, it was like Tibbers though, or Enjoy My Q. There are people who remember him. Give me flashbacks of him. He loved Morgana. He just loved playing, like, trying, like, really off-meta stuff that was, like, during Viewers Night. And Morgana, like, Jungle Morgana was definitely one of those things. We have Super Teemo, we're fine. Good point. Noted, sir. Alright, I gotta remember we have heal and not ignite. So when we're about to kill him, I have to not accidentally heal.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
You pretty much do not want to take teleport in solo queue. Unless you're a tier champion and you're like really good at managing your wave, like maybe Ezreal. I wouldn't even do it as Kaisa. I'm just gonna, if she's not gonna back and heal, I'm just gonna go ahead and I don't remember what I was saying.
Sure as the tides.
Oh, Dignitas let Demonte go. I thought Demonte was one of the stronger points on that team. I don't know. I didn't really keep up like super well though. It is a Morg jungle, yes. Yes, it is. He's probably getting his red stolen right now. But yeah, the TP. Yeah, I really don't like TP on ADCs. You're just pretty much saying like we can never fight, and I just don't think that's good. In bot, like you're already vulnerable in bot lane. I mean, it's gonna take her like 50 years to clear a jungle, I think, right? I mean, maybe not. I mean, to be honest, I haven't seen it in a while. Maybe it's better than I think. I just went ahead and used it. I was like, I don't want him to troll us, like, get some crazy crap off. Some crazy burst or something that's unexpected. Because I'm not, like, super used to this matchup, so it's like, I'm just going to burn it.
An enemy has been slain.
He still has his flash, so he could flash play. Dude, you're not gonna kill him.
Has been slain.
Alright. Maybe I should be playing Nami more. I mean, she was one of my highest winning champs, and I really didn't try her consistently out near the end of the season. She doesn't scale as well as others, but she does fight really well early game. I mean, W is one of the best trading tools in the game in the laning phase. You get a lot of value out of it. Morg got a good gank in. That's good. She backed in such a bad spot. I'd be careful. Okay. So Demonte opted out. Pretty much. Well, he must be really confident that another team's going to pick him up. I don't know what their rules are around, like, talking to other teams before your contract's up. It's probably one of those, like, you can't do it, like, on the record. Broxide going to TL. Probably a big upgrade. We'll see. I mean, TL has to do something. Like, they do have a good roster, but I mean, if their goal is to, you know, go far in Worlds, you know, they haven't done it now for 2 years, so they got to try to make some kind of change. And Broxa is probably an upgrade over X-Smithy. I don't know, though. I haven't studied the playstyles too much. I don't think Broxa demands that much more gold or attention. I mean, X-Smithy was kind of known for being just sort of a good enabler and a good role player, which is kind of what you need. You know, not everyone on your team needs to be Michael Jordan. You know, sometimes you got to have some of the role players. Oh, the Triumph proc. I mean, these kind of jams have been my bread and butter, like the Enchanters that also have a lot of like lane presence or lane dominance. Maybe I should have just like rotated back to those faster in the season and not stop trying to force the hard engage champs. The Nautilus was like okay. My Leona was terrible though this season. I'm gonna, I think we'll just do it that way. And I need to just get more wards also. Wait, what? Oh, it's following the lantern. Nami's W used to heal for like way more until like the fall of 2018, fall of season 8. Acting like Pantheon's gonna be here, the Thresh is. See if they go for this ward. Come on, step into there.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Wait, why would you... Oh, that's the Ash, okay. I thought someone else, like the top laner, was TPing down. It's like, nah, he's just chain feeding, going for the old, Way the Rune King Teemo. No, actually, Gunblade Teemo. It feels like we're just murdering them this game, but we're not. Like, I mean, I guess Teemo's not that far behind on CS, so that's good. I'm pretty low on mana.
Shut down.
We are all tied to the ocean.
Yeah, the 1,000 gold generated.
Shut down.
Bros, y'all need to push.
I still hear the song of the sea.
Turret plating will fall soon. An ally has been slain. Has destroyed a turret.
We've killed the Graves 6 times, and he still just soloed the Ash, who has 2 full items. Like, that's just how powerful Blade of the Rune King Runins is, so watch out!
Shut down. Your turret has been destroyed.
Real.
An ally has been slain. Enemy double kill. Shut down.
I shouldn't have been over there. I thought maybe we could rotate, but Annie clearly wasn't, like, coming down, so...
Sure as the tides.
Get him, Timo. It is the preseason. So the regular season is over, but we're not on the preseason patch. No. That's not until tomorrow. I don't know why they did it that way. It's weird. Ash is 13-4 though. That's pretty good. She just lost out to Graves. I think Graves probably had heal that one fight. He missed his ult though too. Maybe she missed her ult. Heal just came up too. Well, Bork on Ash is primarily for how it works with Hurricane, because Hurricane does apply your slow to everybody, and it also applies the healing to everybody in fights, but it's really like it's a lot weaker against single target. I think for the general population, a lot of people think that her little shards or something trigger multiple procs of Bork, but that's not the case. But like pros do that build too, so obviously they know how it works. It's basically it's better for team fighting, but it's better or it's worse for skirmishing. I'm gonna go ahead and back and get throw down a ward at least here. I'm gonna back and get Ardent Sensor.
An enemy has been slain.
First dragon of the game, baby. And we didn't get, we kind of failed. We didn't get Rift, which sucks. I was about to say, I don't know, man. They can flash on you. Stun him? What? Oh, she had a mana or something? it's kind of a waste of time.
I will see my home again.
No, Ashe is really trying to throw though.
Ally has
She
been
keeps trying to
slain.
1v9. It's like, dude, you're still Ashe. Like, you've got items, but like, you're still vulnerable.
Is respawning soon.
They're gonna win this. So Ashe keeps trying to YOLO. I mean, yeah. Like, Teemo's 0-8, but Ashe was like 14-2 or something at one point.
Your turret has been destroyed.
There's always another way.
An
How did they-
enemy has been slain.
Actually, let's... Yeah, Annie, stay on him. Oh my god.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I mean, we do need to buy. I mean, I can get more wards, I guess. I mean, they're all bottom. Like, we know they're all down there. There's no way in hell they have this warded. Alright. Good. Yeah, you can, if you hook somebody with a black shield, you can still go in. It just doesn't knock them back. Sorry, I wasn't sure what you were asking earlier. Why would you get a Rylai's? Like, your ult already slows. Slows don't stack. I'm pretty sure, like, your Q is a bind. I mean, I guess your W would slow them by 15%, so it might make it easier to hit your Q, I guess. Might be the reasoning. Gotta wait on Morg. Need to push middle up first.
People are counting on me.
How are we losing this priority? We got Ashe. If Ashe just arrows. Team comp's so goofy though. I don't even know if we can. People need to get a QSS.
Shut down.
Alright, I think we just went off that. Yeah, Nautilus will still partially get displaced too if you try to hook somebody that has a black shield. Yeah, I mean, Warg Jungle was pretty OP. I think that was the secret. Okay, let me get a let me refill my water real quick, and then we'll do our thing. All right. I wasn't paying attention, Duck. I was watching the chat. Dude, Doc, look, man. We're just channeling the legendary Tibbers, though. Or no, it wasn't Tibbers, though. That was a different person. No, it was Tibbers, though. Remember Tibbers, though? Legendary Nights on Viewers Night with Morg Jungle, dude? Do you not remember the living legend himself? Enjoy my cue.
Bond is a poor alternative.
Let me guide you.
I mean, it says it right here. Like, it's a quote from Riot. By November 18th, 11:59 p.m. your local server time. That's the last game that counts. Like, I don't know why it's at a weird time this season. It just is. Everyone talks like a professor. Talking all these damn facts. They're damn professors and their facts. It's like, buddy, let me tell you something about professors. Professors are least likely to talk about facts. They're more likely to talk about, like, methodologies behind those facts and challenge those facts. People that are coming out, like, spewing things and calling them facts are not professors, typically. You know it's getting kind of cringe when people are using, like, virgin as an insult. Come on, you virgins, it ends when the season ends. It's like, dude. That's so cringe, man. It was cringe even in middle school.
Whole world in balance.
The hell was that? That's got to be an ad on that stupid site. Senna's definitely better as support.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I mean, I guess having sex feels cool or interesting. Like you're part of some kind of exclusive club in middle school or high school or something, I guess. I don't know. It's like, haha! I'm cooler than you because I had sex with somebody.
Where am I needed?
Alright, let me get off that site before we get some other random, like, beep noise.
Minions have spawned.
To heal and protect. Only thing bigger than this gun? The mistake you made standing in the I heed their call.
Yeah. It's awkward.
Every step.
I mean, I can agree with them. It doesn't make a lot of logical sense to me, but, you know, I know that Riot probably understands that it's weird too, so they probably have a good reason for it. It's probably something like they want to give out their rewards, like, as soon as the preseason starts. They don't want people to have to wait for them. Come here? Okay, thank you. Or something to that effect. It's also the season where we debate, is it cold outside? I think that's a great song. You're talking about that Wham song, right? Or did you mean, like, is it literally cold outside? I thought you were talking about the Christmas song, but I think you might actually have just literally meant, should we interpret this temperature as cold? Because the song is also pretty divisive. I think it's a cool song, but some people really hate that song. I could see either one being kind of divisive. It's only divisive because people are stupid. Well, I'm not going to disagree. I mean, it's a fine song. I don't know why people like get so... Why people even care. People just like to hate on things that are popular, I think. I don't know, that's just the nature of stuff. Like, it's a popular song, people like it, I gotta hate it. Dude, you know what's just, like, really disturbing? Is that, like, whenever, you know, sometimes I'll give my daughter my phone to watch, like, a Sesame Street song. When she's, like, using the potty or something like that. Is, like, how many downvotes Sesame Street gets. Like, the official Sesame Street site for like songs. It's like ridiculous. It's like a third of their votes are downvotes. You know, something might have like 100,000 upvotes and like 50,000 downvotes or something. It's like more downvotes consistently as an organization that I've seen on like almost anything that's like has that many views consistently. It's not like it's like one song that people really hate. It's everything. It's got to be kids that just like think they're too cool for like Sesame Street anymore. Like a bunch of, you know, 5-year-olds voting. Is it bots? I mean, I guess it could be bots. Hey, what's up, Baranta? I'm like, really though? Y'all gonna hate on Sesame Street? Like, come on, man. What, I mean, Sesame Street has to be one of the most wholesome shows of all time, as far as I know. Really annoying to lane against. I'm not gonna be able to get that coin probably. Give me some fire cover anytime you want, since you're full health, Triss. That'd be really cool. I think she's gonna get him, right? Nice, okay. Too liberal? I mean, I guess I could see that if you're ultra conservative, but I think the kind of stuff, it's not like they're pushing certain, like, public policies. That, I mean, they do have, like, they try to be inclusive, but I don't think it's, as far as I can see, it's not like the kind of in-your-face inclusivity. Of course, we watch a lot of the older stuff. I don't know about the newer stuff. That, like, some, you know, people would complain about. I mean, I don't know. It's trying to teach kids good values. Like, it's not like it's telling everybody to go out and, like, burn their Bibles and become art majors or something, you know? It's not like that kind of hyper-liberalism. You know, it's just stuff that shouldn't really be, like, party line stuff, I don't think. Like, hey, include a, you know, Latina Muppet or something. Or hey,
Never waste a breath.
I don't even know what else. Be nice to people. I don't know.
By the power of the stone.
Being nice is bad now. That might actually sadly be kind of true.
The whole world in balance. Be at peace.
We need to be careful. I mean, Ash has arrow.
I lend my
You're wrong.
aid.
I really don't think most people are, I mean, it seems like everybody's like negative this day and age, but I think it's just that like representation is really negative. So it just seems like everyone's negative because the people who all post stuff are negative. That's what I think anyways. I mean, maybe I'm wrong about that, but I think that disproportionately the way, like, we just feel like stuff seems really negative because the people that post stuff, like, online predominantly are people that are annoyed by something. And that tends to skew towards negativity, I think. Yeah, I should have kept that aggro for longer, I guess. That was my bad. So it just seems like everybody's negative, but it's only because like less than 1% are creating the content. Creating the content online that you see, and a lot of those people, you know, oftentimes tend to be predominantly negative. Like, people don't like going on and writing reviews like, wow, this is amazing, or dang, I really love this film. You know, that happens, but I just think that it happens a lot less than people who go on to like rant and complain about whatever it is that just happened.
This is my path.
That's a good thing, Blake. Yeah. I think that sums it up perfectly. The whole world is negative until you turn off all of your social media and actually go out and talk to somebody. God, dude, this Shaco has lived under 10% health like 50 times.
The whole world in balance.
Well, I mean, it's not just, I mean, League is also, you know, does skew towards negativity, but I think it's almost, you look up almost any sort of topic, and that's, it seems like that's how people are going to skew.
Unstoppable.
Oh, and they have Ashe, too. I totally zoned out they have Ashe, yeah. I maybe should have gone Mikhail's first.
Has been slain. Turret plating will soon fall.
I don't know why we didn't try to make a play on him. We're ahead, like, by a lot, I think. Meat space.
Gracefully.
Bro? My ward score! Oh, God! Maybe he thought the jungler was down here. I was almost positive that the jungler was top, like when we knew that at the time. Alright, well at least I got an assist cross map for it.
Never waste. Your team has destroyed a turret. Shut down. An ally has been slain.
Karthus doesn't have ult, so I should be okay. It's kind of greedy. But I'd say, please don't drop a gold coin, because that's going to bait me.
I lend my aid.
And then I'm going to be triggered. I think we got to go redemption first.
Where am I needed?
Mikhail's next. Donald Layton gets rice. Dude, Dave Chappelle is such a legend, man. I watched his most recent comedy thing that was like really controversial. There are a couple of things that were okay, I guess. His old stuff, though, man. The classic Chappelle Show stuff was just like, it was so good. I mean, I understand he was like having some mental health stuff going on, which is why he left, and good for him. You know, it is hard to pull the trigger, you know, on giving up millions and millions of dollars because you're not happy. And then try to find happiness in your life. So I don't fault him for that. But at the same time, it's like, man, there could have been so much more good comedy. But maybe there couldn't, you know, maybe he was in such a state he just couldn't do it anymore. I think I read something, it was like something about the whole Rick James thing. Like that Rick James was his like good friend and or something like that, and when Rick James like died, and people just kept coming up to him and saying something like Rick James, you know. I don't know. I don't remember the whole story, but yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't know. Like, I think comedians are supposed to critique stuff. So, I mean, they should be given some of the longest leash. It all depends on your intent. Like, if you're trying to satire something to draw attention to just how absurd it can be or ridiculous it can be, you know, I think that is, you know, that's good. Like, that's one of the big things about comedy. Now, if it's just something that's, like, racist or, like, super homophobic or something like that, just for the hell of it, and it's, like, not trying to expose any sort of problem. I mean, you know, comedy doesn't have to be morally correct. It's just, you know, it's up to viewers. If people were mad about it or offended about it, don't watch it. Like, that's what I think, but anyways. I didn't mean to start about his, like, whole new comedy show. I was just trying to say, I think he was, you know, really good. Oh my god. Still, well, oh, it was the Karthus ult. I was like, how did Zed do so much damage to get through all that shielding? Oh, okay. I don't know. People are just ruining a good thing. I still like his Wayne Brady skit. I go back and watch that, man. Wayne Brady must have loved doing that. Wayne Brady makes, what was it? Gumball sound like Malcolm X. Oh, they gave up? I didn't see the score. I guess they were probably pretty far behind. Mechanically simple champs. Sona. Garen. Darius. Lissandra. I mean, like, when I logged in today, it literally said, like, congratulations on ending your season in plat. Like, it had a notice. Like, did these kids not get the notice? Circling back to, does the season end tonight or tomorrow? It's like, dude, it literally said when you opened your client today, congratulations on such and such rank. From what I remember. Yeah, definitely. Supports that don't get fairy charm items. So, like, AP supports like Brand and Zyra are definitely going to feel that. As far as, like, enchanters go. And then, you know, the regen off of Relic Shield is going to be, I think, a pretty big deal, too, in Targon's, because, like, Leona and Nautilus don't have any other regen. And there's not, no, because, like, the melee champs also get regen. They get the health regen off of Targon's and the extra healing off the Targon stacks. I mean, a lot of the, like, enchanters are going to get a lot of fairy charms anyways. I mean, it's going to hurt their mana regen a little bit. Obviously, champs that don't, like, use a ton of mana, like Soraka, are going to benefit pretty heavily from that early on because, you know, the Sonas, the Namis, like, the more mana-intense stuff is going to be a problem. Yeah, I mean, you don't get poke from Spell Thieves as well, but I really think that the the tank supports are going to have the worst end of it. Because they don't get regen. It's hard to itemize into reju beat unless you rush something like Righteous Glory. And your gold generation, I believe, will be a lot lower than the Spell Thief gold damage.
Maul is a poor alternative.
And Aftershocks get nerfed pretty hard. Malphite. Oh, it's on purpose. They said they specifically wanted supports to be weaker in the laning phase. Because, you know, so bottom lane's too strong right now. Obviously, bottom lane's too strong. So, gotta nerf the supports. Try out Nami again, I guess.
I decide what the tide will bring.
Yeah, I mean, they said that was one of their intended goals. Was to nerf the early game power of supports. By nerfing that. Tribute Gold is buffed for spell thieves, but nerfed for Frostfang to maintain the time at which supports gain access to wards. Supports have less impact in the laning phase. Like, that's what they want. So they think that because you're going to have, like, more gold later to scale, that you don't need the impact in the laning phase. We'll go with, well, I kind of like green Nami. We'll stick with green. I don't know. Green's probably my favorite color. Well, it's not just for the HP, or they would have just nerfed Relic. Like, they nerfed Spell Thieves, too. I mean, I don't know. I think they have a really... Maybe I've got a bad perception of what bot lane is, but it seems like everybody's complaining that bot lane feels really weak. The thing is, and I talked about this in the video, like, one big misconception is that people, like, that Riot and the balance team and some other people might be mistaking is that bot lane is the most important lane, but it's not because it's strong, it's because it's weak. And that seems counterintuitive. I talked about this when I was talking about top lane in the patch notes video. Because, you know, people complain, well, top lane doesn't have enough agency. It doesn't determine games enough. And that's because bot lane, or like top lane, in some ways is stronger than bot lane. You don't get as many rewards top lane. And so it's just a 1v1 battle that sometimes... It just doesn't matter. If your bot lane's like 0-8 and you're 2-0 top lane, it may not matter as much. So the thing then is you make bot lane strong enough to fight off the jungler or to make it more difficult to 4-person camp bottom, and that's how you make top more relevant. Then it's like worthwhile, because right now it's not even worthwhile for the jungler to be on the top side of the map. Like, I say that and I'm like, I'm not even joking though. Like, you should just be literally just sitting bottom and like spam pinging your mid lane to just come down and just camp bottom the whole time. So people therefore think, oh, well, that's because bottom's OP or because they're so strong. And it's like, no, that's because they're really weak in the early game because they're not going to be able to fight you back. Because ADCs, a lot of ADCs don't do anything until they get like 2 or 3 items. And then supports, you know, are often really squishy. And whenever you get, whenever the rewards are too high, especially with the limiting of vision early, so it's way easier to gank, and like the introduction of like blast plants and things have made it just so much easier to gank bottom than it used to be in the past. And so if you get a successful gank bottom, there's a really decent chance that you're going to be able to kill 2 people, and you know, you're going to have 3 people pounding on tower plates or getting dragon or whatever, versus top lane, if you get a successful gank, you're going to kill 1 person, and maybe you're going to kill, like, you'll have 2 people, and maybe you get some plates, but then you're exposed. They know your tops, then if they're paying attention bottom, and if they have priority, they can just go get dragon. So they can hard counter you. Versus, you know, if you show bottom, then it's going to take them a lot longer to go and try to take Rift, because Rift has, like, 3 or 4 times the HP that dragon does. So there's just, like, there's just too many things bottom. Like, you get more rewards bottom, and if you get caught out top, if they see you top, then they're going to counter you really hard a lot of times bottom lane. So that's the thing, is people are saying, you know, they're drawing the conclusion, oh, well, bot lane's so strong, it's OP, and that's why people have to camp it. So if we nerf bottom, then all of a sudden that's going to encourage people to try to gank other lanes if top feels more impactful. It's like, no, you're just going to make bottom even weaker, and people are going to be even more likely to camp it. That's what I think about it anyways. That's my interpretation of it. So I think there's going to be a lot more camp bottom. However, I do think that the presence of tanks potentially in top lane a little bit more. I thought Ashe was actually gonna, you know. There we go. Watch me go like 10-0 tonight or something like that. Like as soon as the season ends, I just go like straight to diamond in like 3 days. It'd be hilarious. Yeah, I mean, there's just a whole litany of reasons. So, you know, they're trying to make top a little more relevant by adding Rift Herald up there, but they also made dragons a lot more valuable if you get a lot of them. I think dragon, and this is a theme throughout a lot of the lanes, like the early game is going to be weaker, which is good because it's too strong right now. But the late game is going to potentially be stronger. So they want, oh my god, what? Oh, she didn't heal. How did I even get blasted that hard? I get hit by Piercing Light and Q. Okay. There's like 50% of my health in one rotation. Got it. No, what they need to do, one thing to fix this is, what people don't understand also is bot lane doesn't have, or it gets more armor in the early game, so it's actually, or actually it has less armor in the early game so that it's easier to kill the plates also. They changed that like back in season 3 or something to try to stop lane swaps. They should switch that around. They should make it harder to take plates in the bottom lane and a little bit easier to take plates in the top lane. So that at least, if you get top lane... You sure about that, bro? You sure about that, bro? You sure you want to flash into that without your heal? I guess he was sure about it. I forgot about the CS bounty. I mean, I don't even know if that... I mean, I'm sure it matters, but I'm not sure how much that matters, though.
We are all tied to the ocean.
Yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense. I jinxed it. I jinxed it. I said we could go straight to diamond. I'm gonna gank here. I mean, God, I'm level 3. Oof. I got run out of lane. I think they saw me on a ward, which is why they're going so hard over here. But it doesn't happen to, like... I mean, it can, but that's so rare. Like, where you would have a CS bounty and you're 0-3, because you're probably going to be down CS. It usually allows you to come back into the game more, I would think. Like, there are some, like, weird rubber banding cases. Like, if you're just AFK split pushing a side lane, I mean, I think that's just more accurate of, like, trying to get people back into the game through strength. I feel like CS not having bounties was like a loophole, and it was encouraging you to hard farm and just, like, not ever interact with people. I don't know. Straight to challenged, I think. We're not going to challenger, we're going to challenged. Yeah, we're about to get ulted, maybe. It's not level 6 yet, but he might be off of that. You gotta watch that carefully. Okay, no, he's still not 6 off of that. Bro.
An ally has been slain.
Every death is a
She died with ult. I guess she leveled up, like, right on the kill or something. Yeah, I think plate gold needs to be nerfed. Anyways, what I was saying is, like, they should make the bot lane tower stronger for, like, the first 10 minutes of the game or something. It should have, like, increased armor so that people can't take plates as easily if they... So if they get the double kill, they're not getting the plates at least. And that would just encourage people to probably do dragons more, but...
People in their air.
that'd probably be alright. No one wants to see. I think people... Like, I think the jungle does not want to see us, but I think that's a separate issue. And they're kind of addressing that. They're getting rid of the rubber banding in the jungle, which I think is huge, and they didn't say they were going to do that. At least I didn't see it on the PvE. So they're not giving you catch-up experience if you fall behind in the jungle or catch-up gold. So I think that's going to help a lot with the power ganking. And the fact that camps come up, like, way faster. This Riven just keeps trying to roam. First pentakill? I don't know that I've ever had a pentakill. I think I have one. I think on stream one time I got one with Brand during a viewer's night. I don't play champions that get pentakills a lot. I mean, I think one of my biggest things is I just tried to play something that's just not me. And I'm just like, that's not what I'm best at. Like, I needed to I need to stay away from, like, engaged support. Shit, I'm dead. Damn it. I can't even cough and look at the chat.
Killing spree.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that. I don't know. I could. I think smurfing's just a waste of time. I don't know. Like, I understand why people do it. It can be okay, but it's just... I don't know. Mid-champ's gonna be strong. I mean, mid's like the hardest role to predict. Like, because there's so many things that could be good. I don't see anything that indicates that Rise is not gonna be good. I mean, if I had to guess, I would say Rise. I think he's gonna get nerfed fairly early on, though. Cassiopeia. There haven't been a lot of changes to mid. But like Cassiopeia, maybe maybe Azir, stuff that's good against tanks. So I would say one of those champs at least will probably be a breakout champ. I mean, you'll probably still see, like, if you're good on something like Zed or Talon, like, if you can get ahead early. Cassio and Azir are both pretty hard to play. Ryze is still kind of hard, but I think he's a lot easier than he used to be. Oh my god.
Has been slain.
Yeah, Azir top's kind of weird, but I mean, it could work. It's still ranged against melee, and he has like pretty good disengage tools.
Ride upon the waves.
Oh my god, we're down 60 CS? I mean, I guess the other lanes are winning, so that's good, but...
Turret plating will fall soon.
Yeah, I mean, my three, like, breakout champs, I think that could be pretty good this season would be Azir, Ryze, and Cassio, if I had to guess. Champs that... I mean, Ryze is already, like... It's a pretty easy call. But I think that Cassio and Azir could be good, too.
These are strange.
I think range with melee, with the D shield changes, I don't think that's gonna matter that much. I don't think a lot of people take D shield. God, I still don't have wards yet because I couldn't step up to Senna because we're just so far behind. I mean, they can't get dragon. Kind of chilling with Azir. I'm just gonna follow Senna, I guess. What? Wait, why did he stop moving? He just like stopped. Did he get CC'd by the W? It didn't look like it. Wait, what just happened? Oh, Riven flashed? I jinxed it, man. I said so. I just had to say something this game. I thought that was so long after she had already died, but maybe not. I mean, they're probably on Rift. No! Miscalculations were made. Kind of wondering if I should go.
Enemy rampage.
I think I'm priced into getting Athene's here.
Double kill.
Kind of wondering if I should have gotten Mikhail against Senna.
Ew, whale breath.
Please, Ash. I hit him with CC like literally immediately with W. He got to finish his his animation with his Q. And he still did 1,000 damage to me. Doesn't even have 2 full items yet.
My quest beckons. I still hear the song of the sea.
You need to try to play around his ear. That's really weird. Why would you go
Your turret has been
Leandre's first on his ear? What? Bro, you've got Hail of Blades. How about Nashers?
has been slain.
That's just like a free kill every time. Anytime Malphite wants it. What? Dude, run down the Senna. Huh. Because Sport is so strong that the reflux from the attack reverberates. Oh, yeah. He just does a hell of a lot of damage. I just thought I'd be able to CC him and actually kill him, but we're just too far behind.
Slain.
God. He is just getting massacred too. This is not looking positive. I mean, Azir's kind of our only hope. I guess Ziggs is doing alright. He's against Rise, though. That's definitely not going to get better as the game goes on. And the Azir itemization is questionable at best. I mean, they don't have any tanks on their team. The Malphite's full AP. So, like, why on earth would you go Leandre's? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Into Hourglass, like, that damage is so low for an Azir. Especially if you're going for,
Ally has been
like, you
slain.
don't even have the Comet build. Why not just go for Nashers or Ludens? Azir could have just normally hit him. I don't know why he tried to go for the flashy ult play.
An ally has been slain. An ally has
Yeah,
been slain.
I'm alright with going next if people want to do that.
Sure as the tides.
Ziggs just We don't. I mean, I don't know. Like maybe we can come back with the Master Yi, but like they're just so far ahead right now, and the Rise is gonna outscale the Ziggs. The Azir, his itemization is just really bad. I mean, maybe if they had like a Mundo or something, I could see like, okay, like maybe Leandri's, you know, just to kind of double down on the anti-tank thing, but it's like, dude, the Malphite doesn't even have any tank items. I mean, I see what you're saying, Jolty, although I'm not entirely sure about that. Because I think that system does let people kind of get back into the game, though. I think a big part of it is just, like, the permanent ganking. Maybe, I think they start throwing, maybe we come back in. I mean, this isn't a taste of the preseason because the new stuff is not even out yet. This is literally just the same thing as it was yesterday without a reward. Like, an immediate reward. Yeah, but Ocean Drake's gonna be really rare. Like, it's only the third Drake that spawns that changes the map. So that's only gonna happen in like 25% of games. And really, like, the brush is only around Water Drake and things like that. So, I mean, like, some of that is gonna give a little bit of a bonus to things like Rengar, but I think it's gonna be so infrequent that it's not gonna fully determine games. It's not gonna be like, and it doesn't happen until like 3 Drakes are dead, which, you know, can take a while, like around 15-20 minutes at least in a lot of games. So, you know, Rengar is going to get a little bit of an edge there, but I don't think it's going to be enough to really move the needle a ton.
Quit flopping around.
Are they on Baron or something? They see Yi bottom. Just, well, he's dead, probably. God, that Lucian's got 3 full items already.
Enemy double kill. Your turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, they're just outscaling too hard.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
Azir is a good champion. His build is bad. Now he's kind of getting a better build, from what I understand. Like, I don't understand the Leandri's rush. I think it's supposed to be either Ludens or Nashers. He's getting Nashers now, but
Your turret has been destroyed.
he just hourglassed my heal. Okay, well, I guess we get out.
An ally has been slain.
Onward!
God, Ryze is level 6. I'm level 11. Ryze is level 16. Buff that solo lane experience, though. Hey, Sam. It is confused. It is confusing. This is... The preseason, but the new patch is not out yet, if that makes sense. So, like, ranked is over. Ranked ended last night at midnight. What I assume was Pacific time, what they said. So around 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time last night. So this is just an extra day. I don't know why they did that. The only, reason I could come up with is that they wanted to release the ranked rewards immediately on the patch, so they needed to end it. Or they're giving, they could also be giving priority to Asian regions. They usually get stuff a little bit earlier, I guess. Maybe, in China or in Korea, it's already Wednesday, and they wanted to release it Wednesday there. I'm not really sure. It's just a really weird time, like, timing in NA. She's dead. Well, she burned a flash, so she might get out of it.
Shut down.
Well, it kind of sucks I got that gold, but... yeah. Mid laners really needed the XP buff. Kind of wish mid was more influential. They need more roam opportunities. Yeah, he maybe wanted the extra HP. I don't know. Maybe that's standard in that matchup. I don't... I'm not an Azir expert, obviously. But it just seems unusual because they don't have tanks. I think he's going too defensive. But maybe he has to do that, or he thinks he's going to be. Feels like you're giving up an awful lot of damage. Ash! Oh, Jesus Christ. Ash gave up on me there, man. That feels bad. Yeah. It's like, as far as the experience changes though, like, it's literally 2%. So if 100 minions come through, it's like you lost the experience from 2 extra minions. Like, I don't know, like, the break point is going to be less than a full minion to level 6 or not, I think. So I don't even think it's going to make any sort of statistical difference in, like, win rates on different champs. Alright, I'm gonna play one more since we're a little light on numbers again here. Because I got a late start and a lot of people are just probably hanging out because of the preseason. What's up, Kleenex? I'm so tired though. And I'm so tired of being sick. I mean, it's really almost nothing. Like, it's 2% or something difference. It's, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Maybe there are certain breakpoints where it matters. You know, maybe when everyone's, like, level 14 or something like that, maybe the ADC or, like, the solo laners are level 14. You know, maybe the ADC is going to be level 12 instead of level 13 at some point. Banned Senna. I guess I should have hovered it. She is, like, pretty annoying to go against, though.
Maul is a poor alternative.
Chill.
Let me guide you.
I mean, it could be questionable because he likes to go Morello early. And also against Fizz. But it'll be, like, decent practice against that. More Kate, yeah. More Kate bottoms, okay. Yeah. You know, if you land a root, then Caitlyn gets to combo and probably kill somebody. I mean, you're black shielding Caitlyn, who doesn't. I mean, she can hyperscale later. I think Caitlyn's going to be a lot better with the Energizer items. And Caitlyn definitely could be top tier ADC in the preseason. I'll have an ADC tier list tomorrow.
to Summoner's Rift.
I
30 seconds until minions spawn.
My boy Selly. And Kleenex. Out here running the show. Queen, you got that Sulfuris yet or what, man?
Minions
About to be
have
yeeting
spawned.
on some kids? We out here.
Every step, a new journey.
You passed on it. What the hell, man? Did you guys get the drop? It takes like 2 pretty rare drops. I mean, it's probably just for fun though, right? It's not as much DPS. So you'd have to go arms, right? Although I'm not 100% about that. Hey, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it.
They know the way. Time to run.
Blood. An ally has been slain.
I heed their call.
You always want to try to land that Q first before, if you can, unless it's an emergency, before you use a heal. Dude, the Q is like so ridiculous. Like the healing on it is so sick, both for you and for your ally.
This is
Whoa, okay. She's trying to step forward, huh? She's like, I don't want to hit that. I don't want to eat that Q, so I'd rather eat 2 tower shots.
the whole world in battle. I see.
Two-handed fury, huh? I never thought about that. I mean, obviously, I'm really out of touch with with World of Warcraft. I did watch a lot of theory crafting videos for it, because I was close, man. I was probably like 30% on the way there, you know, to doing it. I didn't have a wife and kids, man, or the stream.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Just have too many things.
Enemy double kill.
Would have liked to play an MMO. An MMO.
I lend my aid.
Oh my god, he's 3-1 already? Hey Jesus, yes it does. It affects your MMR, which is where you'll get placed next season. And it's just, you know, just for playing the game to enjoy the game. I mean, there doesn't have to be an external reward. Like, it's a skin. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm never gonna use that Aatrox skin. Probably. I mean, I just don't ever see myself playing Aatrox. I was out of mana for the heal. We should have probably bagged. Yeah, they have a buy on us. We were really greedy not to buy there. I don't know. I mean, that's my opinion. I don't really care about the rewards. I just play because I like the game. I like the competitiveness of it. You know, I think it's fun. But even if you do only care about like what your rank is or the reward or whatever, it does affect where you get placed. So yeah, I mean, if you if you ended season 11 in gold, and then you goof around in the preseason, and you then drop down. You then drop down into silver, then you're going to be placed as though you're silver.
Only mediocrity.
You gonna ult him? Okay, well. I mean, the best way to understand it is it's literally like the same thing as playing normal rank. Just pretend there's not a reward. That's it. It's the same thing. That's the easiest way to think of it.
Never waste a breath.
I should get a control ward, but we're just going to be sitting under tower probably a lot, so... Like, there's a soft reset at the start of a season that is based on what your rank is, like what your MMR is, like the very last day of the preseason. So they call it preseason, but it's literally just an extended version of the same season. It's just you no longer qualify for the rewards for the previous season, so you can't get the Aatrox skin now. But other than that, it's literally the exact same thing as the normal season, other than all the changes they do in the preseason. Well, Fizz is super fed, but like Warwick's doing really well. So I guess there's that. Yo, what up, Aqua? Aquafina in the house. Some like fancy water. I used to think it was super fancy and that people, you know, that would drink it, it was like fan. It was like, it's $5, man. Like, it wasn't that for like a bottle of like water, considering that people pay like over $1 for a bottle that's like a fifth that size at like a gas station or something. Like, it's not really like that much fancier than most people. Like, wow, she burned heal there? She's full health? We know Brand doesn't have ult. I don't know. I guess maybe some people don't like tap water. Hey, I saw this, one of my students drinking this Fiji water years ago, And I made fun of it because I was like, oh, it's this expensive water. And then I tried it in a gas station one time. It's actually really good. I didn't think water could be like good, but it actually does taste a lot better than normal water.
I heed their call.
Killing spree.
So I was kind of scoffing at it, but the difference is real, at least as far as like I could tell from the flavor.
To heal and protect.
I didn't mean to take those from her, but dude, fighting against Soraka is just like so demoralizing because it's like, sweet, I made this play, and then she just like erases everything you tried to do.
The whole world in balance.
Oh my god. What was that stun? What was it, chompers? Jesus, I was gonna flash Q, but I think we got chompers or something. That was unfortunate.
Every step, a new journey.
New patch is coming probably, I think, around like 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday is typical, or that's when
An ally
servers,
has been slain.
I think, sometime in the morning on Wednesday. I don't know, the timings are a bit weird this
Your team
season,
has
but
destroyed a turret.
they have ult. I don't know what a vertical mouse is, so I guess not.
To heal.
Hey, Aqua, check out Warwick's name, man. Got the Aqua special, baby.
This is my path.
Dang it. I should have just healed him so I got the assist. That was my bad. Why am I leveling W? You get 3 points of Q for the laning phase, and then you switch over to W for mid-game team fighting. That's very common with a lot of supports, where you have like a laning phase ability, then you have a team fighting ability. And they could rotate up here. They're likely going to clear that
Where am I needed?
control ward out, so I'm just going to put a normal ward there too. I need mobility here.
I lend my aid.
Hey, thanks for the sub, Dario. I appreciate it. Not Fizz really wants to dive me. A unique sub notification sound? Renekton doesn't fall off yet. Shojin's still in the game. Renekton and Garen, I think, are the two best top laners. We'll see after Shojin leaves. Garen will probably have that mantle, although they are nerfing Conqueror. Too late on that. I didn't see him getting blasted. Could have healed the Zed up faster. I thought he was going to get out. I guess he got stun locked by something.
This is my path.
Jinx is top. Oh my god, he missed.
Where am I needed?
Oh, he's got the moves. Which camera is he talking about? Let's come out here and get this Windrake. Garen's got his Shojin now. They're not Garen. Renekton. Okay. We should be able to do this. I mean, we've got a lot of AD champs that are really fed, and I can heal us through it. Go for Athene's here. They don't have that much CC. The extra magic... Well, I guess Mikhail's has about the same magic resist as Athene's does, but if they don't have a lot of CC, then I'll typically go for Ulti Hunter plus... Ulti Hunter, like, it is nice. Like, you definitely feel the cooldown on your ult, for real. So maybe, I mean, maybe that's still better than the Ingenious Hunter. I want Ingenious Hunter to be really good. I mean, having a lower cooldown on Redemption and Mikhail's is pretty strong, but you do sit on those a lot. For now. It's kind of a tough call. But if you're not getting 2 item actives early, then Ulti Hunter or Ingenious Hunter's not going to be as good. Now, with the patch tomorrow, if you're intending to go Shurelya's and you're going to have 3 activatable items, then I think Ingenious would definitely be a good choice. I'm not sure that you always want to go Shurelya's. You might want to go Ardent Sensor sometimes, but... Yeah, I'm just going to rotate up here and help them siege. On it. Fizz is obnoxious. I thought Fizz had already used his jump. Get that squirrel. Is Fizz a Yordle? I don't... Fizz is not a Yordle, is he? He's small, but I don't think he's a Yordle.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Oh, he is a Yordle? Okay, I didn't know if he was some kind of sea critter that was just small. He's just one of them critters. I don't know when season rewards come out. The season ended yesterday. I imagine sometime during the next patch. I don't know if it's going to be like immediately at the start of the next patch, but Fizz is a trap confirmed. Indeed. What are we doing? We're just kind of all wandering around. Let's at least take their jungle or something. Yeah, well, Veigar seems like a Yordle to me. It seems like an actual person. I mean, I guess Fizz is person-like thing. I thought he was just closer to something like a Nami. You know, it's like a sea creature. Jesus Christ. Coming up for the flanks. Yes, come chase me. Oh, maybe not. No. I wasn't expecting the lead. I was hoping I could kite her this way so that like maybe the minions could get the tower. We finished bot.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Every step.
Next patch. I don't know if it's directly on patch day or a little bit after. Do we want Mikhail's or... Let's go for Mikhail's.
Gracefully.
In case, like, Brand stuns somebody. Jinx trap somebody or something. just want that ward score, man. You know what I mean?
Your team has destroyed.
I'm all about that ward score. I am sick. I've been sick for like 3 weeks now. Speaking of which, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call that. So it was a pretty successful night. I think I went like, I don't know, 4-1 or something. But yeah, I'll release the patch notes video tomorrow around probably between like 9 a.m. and noon or something like that. And then I'll also try to do a support tier list and an 80 carry tier list and release both of those tomorrow as well. So stay tuned for that. But anyways, that's going to be it. Thank y'all very much for tuning in. I just need to get some extra sleep so I can get over this illness. Sorry. I know I've been a little erratic over the last like week and a half, kind of starting late. Couple of nights not being able to show up. It's just kind of the end of the semester. It's so crazy. And then just being sick, it's just, you know, made me more tired than usual. But we'll be back on track. I'll have a lot of content for you here during the preseason, and we'll be playing every night. But anyways, thank y'all very much. Have a good day, and we'll see everybody next time.